Oh, let's talk about deer hunting. Oh. So tasty. So the Maryland Archery Opener started on September 8th this year, which is a Friday. Like a lot of other people in the state, I took Friday off from work, and the plan was to go out in the morning, obviously, and try to primarily be buck hunting. At least in my area, the region that I hunt in, you're allowed unlimited doe, so you can just kind of go out and pop a doe whenever you want, depending on if you're seeing them or not. So the spot that I had picked out for my opener hunt was definitely had buck in it. I had trail cam pictures of it last year, had some buck going through. I had some trail cam pictures of bucks going through this year. So I was like, well, you know what, this is definitely going to be the hot spot. The only downside with it is it's kind of close to the parking area. Moreover, it's close to an access trail, which I know people use. And then when I was going in that morning, there's a part where it elbows to the right, and then you can take another access trail. The problem was that where it elbows to the right, there was lighted tacks going down the hill. I didn't stop at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was going to stop and start inspecting the tacks, but the hope was that, you know what, maybe nobody's going to be out there hunting today. Maybe I can just get lucky. The thing was, I got in, got set up, didn't see any headlamps coming until about 5:45. I see a headlamp, which is where I was set up, is where the part where it goes straight and then hooks to the right. I see a headlamp coming. I'm like, please just go right. And of course, the headlamp turned left and went down the hill towards the deer trail where I knew it was at, because the deer trail mirrors along this access trail. So I'm going, great, here we go. This guy, whoever it is going to cut off any deer coming to me. Well, about 3 seconds after he starts heading down the hill, I hear a tremendous crash. Obviously, the person had fallen down. The headlamp went off. I didn't hear any more rustling from that moment on in that morning. So I'm like, well, did the person get set up, or did the person just turn around and say, wow, my morning's not starting off so well, and went back? I don't know. So my setup was about midway down a spur, leading to a creek area, and then it goes very steep on the other side. The area where I was hunting at has water to my right, and I know that deer, from scouting and just online forums and stuff like that, deer like to travel along the water a lot of times, and that's where you find trails. And that's how I found this trail, was just basically walking along the water edge, maybe 20 or 30 yards from it, and then finding a beat deer trail. And the deer trail was beat. It's already 7:45, 8 o'clock in that area. I'm going to take a shot. I don't even draw my bow. I just have it in front of me like this, and then they stop, look up right at me. So here we go again. And they kind of spook. And in the same vein of the first one, they were kind of moving up the hill quickly. They weren't really taking any time to mingle around. And they spooked a little bit, but then turned and went further out. So now, instead of being at 5 yards, I think they're somewhere around 15 to 18 yards, maybe 20 yards at the absolute most. They gave me a spot where they passed in front of a tree and they couldn't see me draw. I drew back, go to shoot. And I miss high again. So this right off the bat, first shot of the year at a deer, and I miss high, probably by about 3 or 4 inches or so. But either way, I'm ready to get out of the stand at this moment. I'm like, I cannot believe they're set up perfect 15 to 18 yard shot. How am I missing high? This isn't the way I wanted to start my season out, considering last year I had 2 misses and a deflection that were all easy shots, but I just blew it. So I texted Andrew Penzie, Comac, New York, for the Map Reading Challenge. I said, you will not believe what I just did. I just missed high on an easy 15 to 20 yard shot. No business missing an easy shot like that. That's such a chip shot. I had no reason to miss it. I was really bummed out. I was really debating on whether just to get out of the stand and say, you know what, I was already busted by one doe for whatever reason. I took a shot at another doe and completely missed. I'm like, you know what, I should just pack up, get out of the woods, because nothing good can come of it. Andrew, thank you. You talked me off the ledge. He said, stay in there, something else will come by. Luckily, I did. About 20 minutes later or so, after everything calms down, here comes another doe and another fawn. Big size doe. All these does are huge, probably 3-year-old deer. So the tree I was in, whenever I got set up in the morning, had this other sprouting tree coming out to it. It was kind of close all the way up. Not that big of a deal, unless you're making a shot behind you to your left-hand side. Now this tree is completely in the way. So the does the doe and the fawn worked their way behind me. I'd already ranged that out behind me to around 15, I think it was 16 yards, I think it was. So as she's making her way behind me, and I can hear her moving, and I know she's not looking at me, I turn to my left and get ready for a shot. What I had to do is, once I drew, I was like, oh my Lord, it's really an awkward shot. I had to lean out from the tree to avoid the other tree. I take a shot. So make a shot at 16 yards. But this was a first for me. First time I'd ever done it. I spined her. Hit her just above the neck. Yet again, an awful shot. So I hit her just above the neck, spined her. She goes off her feet. And I know from seeing videos of spine shots that the first thing you have to do is quickly make a shot into the vitals as quick as you can. Down. She walked behind me and I had a good shot, but it was such a bad, she was running back along or walking back even with the tree and not coming out. So I was like literally leaning against the tree trying to get a shot. So we'll check her out. I put a second arrow in her. I only had 3 arrows left because I shot one, missed. I just put 2 in her. I had an extra one, but I was gonna shoot just to because her belly's facing me, so I figured I was gonna hit her in the heart and stuff. But she stopped moving and she's definitely not breathing anymore. So deer down. Start to the season. Walking over to my doe. Pretty excited. There she is. She's big. God, she's real big. Well, let's take care of her. So I just bought these new arrows this year that are the Bass Pro Shops Envy, but they're X5. Broke already, broke the knockoff too. So the first one was this one. That's the one that caught the spine. The second one, I followed up with that one. So the second shot was good because the thing was that she was on her side like she is there, but she wasn't spun around where I could have a straight shot in the vitals. Right here. I was afraid I was going to miss that small window, so as far as I was shooting, I thought it was a better shot to try to get right through her back again and down into the vital. So she's a big doe. She's real big. So let's go ahead and take care of her and get out of here before it starts getting really hot. So let's do it. I'm excited. Problem is I forgot how much work it was, because I got about halfway up this one hill with my tree stand, my camera bag, all that other stuff on me. The sun. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go drop my stuff at the car and come back. So I just dropped my stuff at the car and I'm on my way back. Probably 3 miles round and round today. About a 3/4 of a mile walk in, 3/4 of a mile walk back out, 3/4 of a mile walk back in to get my deer, and 3/4 of a mile walk to get back out. It's all right, worth it. So that's it. So that's my Maryland opening day doe. I consider it a success. I did go out in the evening too. I saw 2 doe, and then I saw a basket rack 6-pointer that I wasn't going to take a shot at because I'm striving to take a 2.5-year-old buck or older this year. and that's what I want to do. I'm not going to take something young. I mean, I could have shot at this deer and had it. It was probably at 16 yards, another 16-yard shot. Perfect shot. I would have had a perfect shot. I just let him go. I didn't even get out of the stand. But no, that's my goal this year. I'd like to, just like last year, I have the same goals. I'd like to take a doe every month. So that would put me at however many months the season is, September, October, November, December, January. That would give me 5 doe for the year. And if I can fill out both my buck tags, because you get a buck tag plus a bonus buck tag after you get 2 does in Maryland. So that's my goal. If I don't get my goal, that's fine too. I'm still out there in the woods having fun. I've seen a lot of deer already this season. I saw a lot more driving to and driving from the place as usual. But hey, I'm ready for a good season, and hopefully I can get some of these hits on film. Have a good one. Flying Dog Peach Cobbler arrow. That's good. The foliage is in the way. Foliage? The leaves. I'm just going to say the leaves.